Hey, what's happening, man? It's DJ Suede, the remix guy, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. You did.
Drug dealer, contract killer, lawyer from the start. I put that dope dick down on short. I've been serving raw.
All right, so we got the legendary DJ Suede, the remix god, jumping off the porch with us, man.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to be here, man.
Nah, I appreciate you coming by today, man. You know,
Sure.
been supporting you for a long time, man, so it's about
Likewise.
that time to have you up here, man.
Likewise, man. It's always love.
Yeah, definitely, man. And go ahead and introduce who you got sitting behind you today, too, man.
Man, I got my partners, man. If you don't see me with one, you see me with the other any other day, man. My boy Marco, celebrity security guard. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourself, man.
I'm Marco. They better know what your favorite bodyguard. I've been on the shub. I do private executive protection, aka bodyguard work for your different favorite celebrities and whatnot. Also action and a whole bunch of other things.
Born 16 Beach checking in, man. T-Town representative, aka Chief Tuscaloosa.
Legendary.
Here, by the way, my dog Suede, the remix god, man.
Hey man, Wilson Jones, aka Big Jones, me and my dog remix, man. We drop bang out the bang, man.
For sure. That's my dog.
Absolutely.
These my
man.
partners, man. We out here working for real.
Yeah, man. Welcome, guys. Welcome, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, so Suede, let's take it back, man. So you from Douglas, Georgia,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Man, I had to Google this one.
You definitely
I was like,
did.
where
I was
is
like, you
Douglas?
ain't know where in the hell you knew that.
I was like, I know where Douglasville is.
Nah,
but not
Crawford County,
Douglas.
man. 912 for sure.
Yeah.
That's the crib, man. Can't wait to get back.
So
for
what's
sure.
it to do in Douglas, man?
Oh, man, if you don't play sports or any academics, I don't know what to tell you, honestly. But nah, man, it ain't shit to do, man, for real. But it's a lot of opportunity. If it ain't no opportunity down there, man, unless you just exceed expectations. It's a lot harder to come out of there, man, unless you just super smart, super athletic. You got something going on, cause you just regular, mediocre, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's just gonna be another number. But I love my hometown, man. It made me work harder than the average. You know, some people didn't come from a smaller town, so we don't get looked at. We don't get the opportunity at major cities and places like that. But, you know, it just make us better.
Yeah,
Well, it should.
absolutely.
It make me better.
What would you say were some of your keys to being able to make it out of a city like Douglas and be world famous, you know?
Man, being different, doing something that nobody's doing. And that's anything. If, you know, I played sports. I was doing music. I was academically, I'm high, man. Academically, exceeding. My grades was crazy. I wasn't the smartest, but I knew how to finesse. I knew I was gonna have a B average by the time I graduated, go to college and things like that. I already had a plan. You gotta have a plan. That's how you get out of there.
Yeah.
You ain't got no plan, you stuck. That's anywhere though.
No, that's true,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. So what brought you went to Albany State, right?
Yes, sir.
So what brought you to
LSU.
Albany State?
Oh man, they was one of the only ones that was super interested. I feel like cause they actually called me instead of just sending me acceptance letters. I got letters, but they would call me just to see how I'm doing in school and stuff like that. So I feel like it was gonna be more love there, and it definitely was.
So they gave you a scholarship?
I didn't get a scholarship, but they accepted my ass. You feel me?
Understood.
But I feel like they just really wanted some people, man, and I ain't take it like that. I was like, man, they calling me, they ain't give me no scholarship, but shit, I ain't getting 100 acceptance letters either for no. And I wanted to go to the HBCU, to be honest. I wouldn't have mind D1, but I kind of wanted to go to the HBCU, to be real.
Yeah.
Because my brother did, so kind of like wanted to kind of follow his footsteps as far as like college.
Okay. So what were you majoring?
Business Information Systems Education. It's like really fancy for computer science, basically.
Okay.
That shit was hard as fuck, dog.
Like what type of job can you get with that?
Pretty much any computer science job in the world with that.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And just like any other college graduate, you probably not gonna get a job in your field at first anyway. I ended up being a producer, so.
So it worked out for you.
Man, racking up student loans. I hate student, man. Probably never gonna pay that shit. Hey, they supposed to be paying that shit for?
Biden, man, he keeps giving us these extensions. You just need to wipe it out, man.
She
Just
gonna
go
have
on.
to. Because I ain't gonna wipe it out.
Just push the button, man.
It's already wiped out of my mind. Nah, man. College was a great. Albany State was an amazing experience, man. I met a lot of dope people there, and it actually gave me an opportunity to get where I need to be. And I'm glad I didn't come straight to Atlanta, because, and not to say it would have been too fast, I would have been too fast. I would have been doing too much. I wouldn't have been focused coming straight to Atlanta at 18, 19.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard for pretty much people that live here, probably hard for them to focus down here. I mean, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, especially coming from a small town like Douglas.
Yeah, it would have
You
been.
would have been overwhelmed. Like,
It probably
man,
would've
we
been
going to the club every night.
Man, listen, I probably wouldn't have graduated, but man, I'm glad I took the route that I took though.
Yeah.
You know, when it boiled down to it. Yeah.
I feel that. So how did you get into making beats at first, and how old were you?
My uncle, man, my uncle Derek from Miami. He from Miami Gardens, man. He would just come up. He's my dad's brother. He would come up to Douglas, and he would always be playing with FL Studio. I didn't even know what the hell it was. I was like 11 or 12 years old, and he would just be playing. But I was like, I love music, and he would just be making beats, and I didn't know what he was doing. Like, hey, what you doing? And he would kind of like show me what's going on. I think it was like FL 4, 3. Oh, I'm old, man.
Shit.
I ain't old, but I'm older. But he kind of just showed me the basics and just like, hey, if you want to make beats, use this. And then I used that shit, and that shit took off. So, yeah, man, I started with my uncle. He kind of like just, you know, and I still didn't take it serious. I honestly didn't take it super serious until I got to college.
Really? Okay.
Emmanuel Hudson, if you know what that is. Wild 'N Out, actor, stuff like that, comedian. He a good friend of mine. He took off with
Yeah, you guys had that viral song, right?
Yeah, so we did a song back in 09, She Ratchet song with his brother. And that was like the first song I ever just took off. Cause I was just bullshit, just making beats. He took it like, hey man, this the one. I'm like, bro, what you talking about, man? This shit not finna do nothing. And that shit did 30, 40 million in like a month. So just grinding and just keeping at it, just finding ways to motivate myself. And then once you feel like you reach that peak, that's when you gotta really get creative and be different, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like Dirty Glove Bastard, y'all do something way different than other podcast interviews. Nobody's doing this, you know what I'm saying? So that's why y'all stand out.
Real
I
shit.
feel like.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. So when you first started making beats, what were these beats sounding like? Like, were you trying to mimic your favorite producers, or?
Oh man, I used to want to be Suede Tovin so bad. That's still today one of my favorite producers. I was just talking to my dog about it. A lot of people that we idolize, we love them outside of what they do. Like he was a church guy. I came up in the church. I drank and stuff like that, but he just like a real humble guy, and you don't meet too many producers, nobody in the industry like that a lot. Yeah. And he just reminded me of myself, like real grounded, out the way, out the mix, not doing too much, because you got a lot of people that just do extra shit trying to get that clout and they feel like that's the way. It's not the way, you know. I don't feel like it's the way. But people like that, man, I was just motivated, and that's what kept me going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did the whole making these remix videos come about? Were you just bored? Were you just like, let me just throw this shit on the
Man, I was irritated. I was frustrated because I was like, man, ain't nobody listening to my shit for real. Even after that, because you know that had its peak, and it was like, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
And I was making beats for Thug actually through Emmanuel Hudson, because he was signed to Archive ENT, so I was sending them beats, and Thug was with them, DC Young Fly was with them, and I was just sending beats, like, man, I gotta get my beats out. And Thug got a few of them, but before that, I was just in this little, everybody done been there where you just ain't shit going on in slow motion, and I was just getting frustrated. I'm like, man, I'm about to do something different that ain't nobody doing. And my old roommate at Albany State, DJ Tripp, shout out to Tripp, man, he was like, bro, I bet you won't goddamn remix that ringtone that everybody be using on their iPhone, like when the iPhone 6 had first came out. So I did that shit. That shit hit World Star, then it was up from there. And then I started gaining fans. They're like, hey man, what else you got? I was like, shit, I don't know. What else y'all want? So they started telling me like, hey, do this, do that. So I was like, fuck it. All they want is an 808 behind that bitch. So, and then I started doing the videos and shit. So, you know, just being creative, different, just doing stuff like, cause you got a million producers, a million DJs. You know, what am I doing that ain't nobody else doing?
Yeah.
So I kind of found that lane and like it's like if anybody do it now, it's like, okay, a little mini Suede, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely started a trend of it, man.
Yeah.
So did you ever expect it to get this big to where it's at today?
Nah, not for real. Cause you start out playing bullshit and then it just take off. And once it's like, damn, that one took off, that one took off, that one, and it's like back to back. Like every quarter I have 2, 3. Shit, just speaking of it, not to go too deep into it, but I got songs that I did in 2015, like the Birdman joint,
Yeah.
to Put Some Respect on My Name, the Plies, You Wanna Argue, all that went viral just this past, not even a year ago, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, the biggest thing that I get out of this that I love is it motivate the kids. Like, kids really used to go outside and dance all day. Like, they don't do it no more, they doing some whole other shit now, but they used to dance all day to my music and send me videos. So it's like they doing this when they can be doing that way, some other shit. So I was like, if my influence just doing something I could do in 5 minutes is motivating the world, why should I stop doing that?
Real
So
shit.
that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to these videos, do you have like a collection of like videos, clips that you want to use just stashed away, or is
Man,
it?
you know what? I got an archive now, but a lot of people think I just got a collection of videos. I just do it as I go.
Yeah.
I'll take what's relevant in whatever's going on, whatever situation in the video, and I just type that shit in. Like, a girl might have went to JR Crickets and said fuck nigga real loud. So I go on YouTube and type in fuck nigga and I put them in the video. just how that shit work. I can't explain it, man. It's like some remix lingo type shit.
Yeah. Now, do you normally make the beat around like what you're going to make, or is it
For
these
the most part,
instrumentals?
I try not to be lazy. I can go take, because I got 100 million beats just sitting there, but I try to cater the beat to what the remix is about, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I got you. So what is your creative process when you're making beats then? And is it different when you're doing a remix that compared to just making an instrumental that you plan to send to an artist?
You saying say that one more time?
Like, what's the creative process?
The creative
when you're
process
making
for,
beats?
me, I just go down there and do that shit. Man, I might do that shit in the bed, to be real. Sometimes my creative process is just, I might smoke one, grab a little Tito, take a shot or 2 or 4 maybe, and I just let it take me though, man. And sometimes I even go look at interviews to motivate myself on like why I'm even doing this. Like, okay, what's not just me benefiting, who else is actually benefiting off of this to even take it serious, to want to even take 5 to 10 minutes out of the day to listen and watch this. So I go look up different interviews, different stuff that motivate me, or I just go find some dumb shit. That's really how I eat, bro. Like Beat King, shout out to Beat King, man. I say this in almost every interview. He the one that really kind of like got me, cause he was doing this before all the rapping shit. He was still rapping, like he was making hits for real. Like I ain't finna shit the man name like that. He was making hits, but he was doing the remix shit too. But he would rap on it. He would always tell me, bro, go rap on it. But I don't like being like, to be honest, bro, I don't even really do interviews, but you my dog, and I fuck with y'all. Shit, y'all fuck with everybody. I had to come fuck with y'all. So, to be honest, man, I ain't really want to be no rapper and just be on. I just want to just do my little shit, get my little money and haul that. So, but he was like, bro, that's how you gonna take off, and he did that. So I like, damn, I ain't finna do that shit, but I'm still finna kind of do what he doing, but in my own way. And I still salute, bro, for that, for even really just kind of establishing this platform. So shout out to Beat King, man.
Absolutely, man. He's solid, man.
Huh?
Sure. He's solid, man.
Oh, nah, for
Absolutely.
real, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so how did the greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, how'd you come up with this one, man?
Hey, you know that it's a meme page, The Corn. You may have heard of it. They got like 20 million followers. But I was just following that page for all the dumb shit. And everybody got their page, they wake up in the morning like, I know some dumb shit on this page, I need to laugh. So I get on that page and it was actually going viral already. And everybody like, at that point I already had fans, so they DMing me, calling me like, yo, you gotta do it. Not my fans calling, but my family at that point, like, you gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. So like if a million people telling you to do something and it makes sense, it might be a bag involved, or it might just make sense for you to do it. So I did it, and I did not expect it for it to do what it did. I knew it was gonna be like a nice little vibe Thanksgiving moment, but I didn't know it was gonna become.
Now it's every Thanksgiving.
6-7 years later, I didn't know I was gonna be at his mom's bakery every. We just started the whole annual greens, beans, tomato giveaway. We give away to the whole community, from the homeless to if we got shit left, pull up, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? We giving away canned goods, we cooking, we giving away. Bro, they got the best sweet potato pies in the world, dog. Oh God! Shout out to Sweet Auburn Bread Company, man. But it just became a whole phenomenon, man. I was not expecting that. They played in the strip clubs and they played in churches, like every year.
It's like the day after Halloween, people play this song. It's
Man,
like, get
listen,
ready.
I done heard it. I heard it at a Halloween party. So, yeah, man. So,
that Christmas song, this is Mariah Carey right there.
yeah, man. So it's a blessing, man. It's definitely a blessing to be able to say I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And did the preacher try and sue you? Is that correct?
yeah.
So what was her reasoning? And you won the case, right? So
Yeah.
what was she trying to sue for? That you was just using
Man, I don't
her
know, man.
image, her voice, or?
Man, I've been getting this question for the last 6-7 years. I honestly don't know. I really could. I wish I had a better answer for you. That's a boring ass answer, but that's all I got. I don't know.
Did you ever talk to her?
I wish I could. We could have made a mixtape. That shit would have been.
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
But here's the thing, man. Like, and I ain't got nothing but respect for her. But the thing is, like, she's a legend. She has Grammys. She has all these things. But when she go perform, guess what they want to hear? You know what I'm saying? So it just makes sense for us to collab. But it was an unfortunate circumstance. My manager was trash at the time. Still trash today. He ain't my manager though. But it was just a bad situation, man. Having people talk for you. I just felt like if I could have spoke to her for myself, it would have been a better situation than what happened. Not to say that either parties was right or wrong, but I just knew I like to speak for myself. But that came with growing up and having experience too. Back then, I probably would have said some fuck shit. But now I know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying?
And usually these people are happy that you put them in the videos, like the Yodel Kid, Mason, right?
Hey, shout out to Yodel Kid, man.
Yeah.
That was a nice bag. Nah, for real.
Didn't y'all go on tour together? I remember you guys did the Walmart performance. And I was like, really? They brought out Suede.
Nah, I wasn't special enough to do the whole tour, but I did get a chance to do his first ever show ever.
At the Walmart, right?
Yeah, it was his Walmart.
It was his Walmart where he actually, yeah, he probably owns it by now, right?
Yeah, man. He probably do. But nah, they paid me to come over there and, man, I DJ for 10 minutes and made a bag.
I mean, how many times did you play the song,
I took my brother DJ Gilt with me, man. We went up there and rocked that shit. But I mean, it was kids. And again, like, I'm 60 to 70% of my fan base is kids. So you got to think, we're in 2022. People that's born in 2002, 3, 4, they grown now. But back like 10 years ago, man, I just had on this kid to come do my service. He works for a security company. I ain't gonna put his name out there like that, but he works for a security company. I had him to come put security in my home. It's like, bro, I've been rocking with you for 10 years. I know when I have somebody I'm a real private person. So when I have someone to come to my house to do a service, I normally take the time out to take my plaques down. Cause I don't really want nobody knowing what's going on. Just be like, man, you got a big ass house. I don't want you to be like, oh, you got, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he seen the plaque. He was like, oh, man, I've been following you for 10 years. This kid is 21. So it's like.
Grew up on your shit.
Yeah, man, that make me feel old. So, but it's all love, man. I love what I do. But to be honest, not to get off subject, but I normally tell everybody I do this because I'm a real producer at the end of the day. I do this because it's creative, it's dope, and it's still a DJ producer type of situation when you do it. But I want to be on that, that Zaytoven level one day, that drummer boy, even Dre. Like, you gotta consider yourself just as good as the greats if you're ever gonna be great. So I could say I want to be that. I ain't gonna say I'm there yet, but
yeah.
I feel like I'm grinding and I got a nice fan base and it's gonna happen at some point. As long as I don't quit, who the fuck gonna stop what I got going on? You know what I'm saying? But what was the question again? I'm just rambling off and shit. My bad.
But now that brings me to my next question. It's like, do you feel like people are trying to box you in, like They only want you to do remixes.
That's exactly what I was getting to. Definitely got put in a box. Man, I ain't gonna name drop, but a lot of your favorite artists today, or used to be your favorite artists, whatever it is, they would DM me like, yo, let's do a remix, man, let's do it. And we put it out, it go viral. I'm like, yeah, man, that shit was cool, that was cute, but let's talk about the album and what you working on. I'm trying to get more plaques. I didn't have plaques, especially when I first started, but I was trying to actually produce for them, but they would just want some shit to help their campaign for the gram and shit. Like, I come with promotion too, that's another thing. I try to be the biggest asset in the building. I come with promotion, I got a fan base, we transferring fan bases. I got this going on, I DJ at these venues, you got the whole package with just me alone, shit. So, but I would still get boxed in no matter how I kicked it to them, like, you know, what else the hell you want? You know what I'm saying? But then I had to grow up and realize, like, people got their own in-house producers, DJs, so why not start your own team? I got my niggas right here. You know what I'm saying? So that you just start your own team and you just start working together. Not saying that you can't go, I wouldn't say chase placements, but go get the placements with major artists, the young boys, the futures, the little babies. You still want to do that, but they already got their own team, so they don't need you for real. You know, but you just gotta make people need you. You gotta be on demand. And how I feel like I did, and how I'm doing that is I'm gonna continue to show you, I'm gonna give you everything that can't nobody else do, you know. I built this shit up myself. Then nobody helped me do none of this. I did everything on my own. Ain't no rapper, no promoter, no A&R, no PR. Ain't nobody helped me do this shit. I did this shit all by myself. So, with the help of a lot of people that's out here doing dumb shit. But other than that, I ran this shit up by myself, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, even to that point, it's like your tag has probably been heard more than almost every producer.
Yeah, man. It's
also,
crazy.
so it's like,
man,
maybe not in the way that you would, you know, obviously you
man,
want
I just
the big
heard my
songs.
page on Janet Jackson page. my tag, like, people like that. These people don't know who I am, but they know that shit. They swear, everybody know that shit, man. Yeah.
Do most of the celebrities, do they tag you in your post, or?
They do now.
Yeah. What about when you're first starting off?
Hell no. Ain't nobody getting tagged off top. I lied. Today, cause the world's so sensitive, they'll flag your shit.
Yeah.
Oh, this is inappropriate behavior. And then if I just got my page back, by the way. They snatching everybody. So,
you know, we on our third page too.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Man, time to go to fan base, dog. But now, they snatching pages, man. So it's like you kind of gotta cooperate, because if you see a bad comment, like, oh damn, bitch, why you ain't tag me? You probably want to tag them because they finna report your shit. And it take forever to get to a human with Instagram. So if they snatch it, you just sitting there unless you plugged in. I'm not plugged in with none of them folks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Was there ever a celebrity that posted your shit that like really blew your mind? Like, I can't believe my work made it this far.
Oh yeah, man. It's been a few. Kurt Franklin. I know that around him as hell. Shout out to Kurt Franklin, man.
I mean, you a church guy. That's big for you, man.
I went to church.
You went to his church?
No, hell no.
Oh.
Man, damn, man. I ain't going to hell for you, hey. But now, I didn't go there. I'm just saying I'm not a church guy, I just went to church.
Okay.
And then eventually I stopped, but I still pray. Man, him, Yolanda Adams, that became a man, I call her auntie. Like, I can talk to her. I can hit up Yolanda Adams right now. Like, that's crazy. Who else, man? It's a lot of people, bro. Chance the Rapper, Missy Elliot, Janet Jackson, Taraji P. Henson just posted me the other day. Juicy J, I was, you know, in some business with him. I got a couple of placements with him. Shout out to Juicy J. Man, the list goes on. 2 Chainz, man, a lot of people that I, you know, not necessarily grew up watching, and, you know, the last decade becoming fans of. Like, I'm working with them, they posting, showing love. I can hit them up. Like, I'm from the country, bro. This shit don't happen every day, so I have to embrace it, you know. But still stay grounded, you know, because all this shit can get taken away. So that's why I ain't got no chains on and shit. You know, I got my little whatever. It's just some little, what is the church? But that's about it, man. Just just sitting back watching people that you grew up with idolize you at some point. Like me and Missy Elliot, we have all kind of talks, man. And I mean, if you seen the news just recently, man, no female has more platinum records or albums in the hip hop lane than her. So for me to be able to pick up the phone and call her, that's a big deal for me. Cause she's a producer, writer, singer. I'm a producer, writer, singer. So it's like we could talk all day, you know. So it's a blessing, man.
Absolutely.
It's a big blessing.
How'd you get locked in with YoungBoy and get those placements?
I didn't get locked in with them, but I was just sending the label that heat. Like they couldn't, the A&Rs, I was just sending it to them. They couldn't deny it. And they told me YoungBoy liked my sound. So I just kept feeding them. And shit, if you get on YoungBoy album, congratulations.
You gonna stream like crazy.
It's automatic. It's an automatic plat, automatic #1, all that. So, you know, I'm very appreciative of that. Shout out to him and his camp. I don't know him like that, but shout out to them because they done paid some bills.
I'm
You
sure.
know, so it's all love.
And what about Soulja Boy placement? Cut that check.
Man. Big Draco. Man, I forgot about that shit. Man, bro performed that shit at an NBA game. I ain't even getting invited. That shit crazy. But nah, man, that was just some shit I did online, man. I fuck with Soulja Boy though. I don't know him personally, but I think bro is a genius, honestly. You know, I know a lot of people I don't care about what bro got going on outside of the music and shit, but I think bro actually really smart. But yo, enough of that. What you were saying?
Well, speaking of NBA games, this Fergie remix.
Oh shit.
Bro, I crack up every time I hear this shit, man.
Hey, you know that might have been one of my next biggest ones. Besides the Cash Me Outside girl, the Fergie one probably was another huge one. Cause ain't nobody did a better one. I ain't gonna say better one. Damn. I'm gonna move on from that. But that probably was my biggest one. And I, you know what? Let me tell you why I rock with Fergie, man. Because Fergie didn't get mad. She ain't tripped. I know, like probably behind closed doors, she was like,
She
man,
probably
fuck
cussing
Suede.
your ass.
You know, but she showed love. She shouted me out and stuff like that. But I done had some people get mad when they went viral off my shit. Like to the point where I probably won't be able to go to the Breakfast Club now. I can make the biggest hit in the world, and one of them won't be there.
Angela?
One of them won't be there. You know, and it's all love over here, but you know, I'm just doing my job. Somebody got to do this shit. It's all love though.
Yeah, it's like you don't discriminate. If you go viral,
Man, listen.
you getting put in the video. Because like you said, you keep it current.
It's like, it would make more sense if you didn't say anything. Or he didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. So it's like, I threw y'all off with that one, you don't know that. But nah, man, it's like, if, man, fuck it, let's just put the shit out there, man. We Dirty Glove Bastard, man.
Come on, we off the porch.
Man, I remixed what Gucci said about deep pussy. Shout out, whatever. I don't know nothing about no deep pussy. All I know was that shit was a hit when I finished that shit, and everybody was fucking with it. And then, you know, one of the guys that works there, he would post all, cause they got different people that post for them and stuff like that, whatever, or however that work. But one of the guys that works for them rocks for me, cool, super cool guy, and a lot of my stuff would get posted, and it helped me get my streams, you know, all that. That show love. Charlamagne, cool as fuck. Nothing, you know, I fuck with him. He showed a lot of love, but it's like, don't get mad about it. Don't take it personal. You know, but if I ever did a remix to somebody out there and you took it personal, you gotta deal with that shit, man. No, I'm just playing, man. I apologize, man. It's the internet, man. You know.
Exactly. It is so.
But me personally, I'm confident in myself and who I am, so I don't let the internet or anybody that says anything about me dictate how I feel about myself, because I'm already confident. But you have to realize and be empathetic with people that don't have that characteristic. Everybody's not confident, you know, like you may be, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But now I'm realizing that, like, damn, now I gotta, and that's why I don't do as many remixes. I don't care about the algorithm. I drop that shit, but now I gotta worry about people flagging my shit And I
you
caught,
can't lose that page.
I
man.
caught hell get my page back just, not too long ago. So it's like, man, can't win, can't lose. You try to get the people what they want, but you always gonna have somebody or a couple of whoever gonna hate on it, man. It's like, but somebody gotta do that shit though.
Yeah.
So y'all keep doing dumb shit out there so I can pay these bills.
Speaking of dumb shit, man, to Catch Me Outside, you literally launched her career.
I did.
Does she thank you for this?
What we talking about?
Her whole career.
I did that. I don't take credit for nobody's whole career, man. I wouldn't
I
do
mean,
that.
you launched it.
Motivated the people to invest or whatever it is, or take likeliness into what you're doing. Maybe I could have contributed to something like that, but I never take control, or not control, but I never take that kind of, I never say I have that kind of power, honestly. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been getting a million DMs from family, from homies, from strangers, fans about, oh man, you did this, but I'm not just talking about her, a lot of people, if we're just gonna be real. But it's like, man, look, whatever they got going on, that's what God blessed them with. I can't take that away. Because if I try to take that away or hate on that, how I'm gonna get my blessings blocked, because I'm worrying about what you got going on. So I mind my business and I get my money and I stay grinding, man. I stay out of the way.
I feel that, yeah.
That was a humble ass answer, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's how you I've been doing it for a minute, man. I know, boy, listen, I rock with y'all, man. I done had some interview with them. They done remix my ass to make. I done been on Shade Room for all kind of. Man, listen, man. I done seen the worst, dog. So it's like, you just never know, man. At the end of the day, bro. It's like, well, and I hate to keep, just glorifying where I'm from, but it's like when you from a certain place where the opportunity's not ever gonna come again. Like, to be honest with you, the two most popular, and maybe even, we ain't gonna talk about money. I know who the richest. Tyreek Hill is definitely the richest person from where I'm from. But outside of me and Tyreek Hill, there's not like a lot of people that's getting that opportunity, that shine. Tyreek Hill, he just got $120 million, by the way.
Shout out to the Dolphins, man.
Come on, man.
I'm a Miami fan.
I gotta be I'm a Tyreek Hill fan. I ain't gonna say I'm a Miami fan.
Come on, man, jump on the bandwagon.
I can't do it. I'm a dirty bird, unfortunately, right now. But what were we talking about?
Coming from a small town.
Yeah, that shit sound like a damn album. But nah, man, coming from where I'm from, it's like, if I mess up, then now I'm just another number. Atlanta, man, you got 1 million superstars. There's not 1 million superstars in South Georgia. They are, but when you're gonna know that, who knows? I'm actually finna do a whole mixtape with nothing but people from South Georgia.
That's hard right there.
I'm definitely gonna do that, man. I'm gonna come holler at you too. But it's just one of those things, man. You just gotta appreciate it and not fuck it up. That's what it boiled down to. I done came this far. I got all these people in this small town looking up like, hey, this Tyreek doing his thing, Suede doing his thing, such and such doing their thing. This all we got, for real. That's on that kind of level. Like, big following. Just speaking on the notoriety that we're getting. Him on a professional football level. Me as a platinum, multi-platinum, #1 Billboard producer. People look at that and people idolize that, so I can't fuck that up. I can't mess that up. Yeah.
No, that's real, man.
Yeah,
Like you said,
man.
all them people looking up to you, man.
Yeah. So I appreciate God for that one, for sure.
So what's next for you, Suede? Can you reveal any placements you got coming up, or?
I got one with Monica.
Okay.
I got one, man, me and Missy working on a lot of stuff. I can't, just say when or what we're about to drop, but it's a lot, man. Still working with, I'm working with this guy right here, for one. Windsor Jones, man, one of the hottest rappers in Atlanta. He been doing this for a minute. Had the best 411 Pain anthem in the world, produced by me. If you know what 411 Pain is, that was a situation. Me and my boy 16. I'm glad you asked. We're working on a kid's album. He has a daughter, and I have a son that I just had. Shout out to my son.
Oh yeah,
Kavion.
congrats to that.
Appreciate that, man. So we finna start doing kids music, because what he was telling me was, once you start getting in the car and riding around and want to listen to kids' music, you're gonna have a hard fucking time finding songs. Excuse me, because Kids Bop, it ain't really for black kids. It ain't really for, it's Kids Bop is like, I ain't want to talk about Kids Bop, but it's like, these kids want some trap bop, man. So it's like, you know, me and him, we finna do a whole camp, man. He has a studio, he has a few studios he works out of, so we finna do a kids camp, a remix camp, where we take kids in and show them how to engineer, produce, write songs and stuff like that. It ain't just gonna be random kids. They gotta send in a resume to Remix Entertainment and say, what your grades looking like? You know, have you been in any trouble? Did you go to jail in the last 6 years? Not 6 years, 6 months, you know. It's just different things that we're gonna require before you can just get in the room, because it comes with big benefits. A lot of the kids, if we work with them, if we do something together and it happens to get placed with anything, any syncs, they're gonna get a percentage of that. Ain't no other producers, nobody's doing that for these kids. So it's like, it's just a whole bunch of stuff, man. I'm working with a lot of major artists and stuff like that, labels and stuff, but I put way more passion into what I do with my team. I spend all day, all night working with these guys. So that's what I'm working on.
No, that's dope right there.
Yeah,
Some
man,
major
appreciate
shit
that.
coming up, man.
For sure.
All right, you got any shout outs you'd like to give before we wrap it up here, Suede?
Oh man, shout out to my mama, shout out to my daddy, man, shout out to my nieces, shout out to the team, shout out to BSGO, M16 Entertainment, Marco the security guard, shout out to DGB, man, shout out to y'all off the porch. Am I missing anybody? I think that's good enough.
Cool.
You say who? Oh man, KVM, I'm shout him out all day. That's my little king, man. Shout out to Coco. But yeah, man, I chill, man. I don't need to do nothing but make beats and chill with my son, man. That's all I be doing.
Drug dealer, contract killer, lawyer from the start. I put that dope dick down.